As you all know, I am an Elder Scrolls junkie, but man, I adore Starfield. I love that the game has a grounded realism reminiscent of the Expanse TV series and novels, along with the tone of the 80s and 90s sci-fi classics like Star Trek and Stargate. I also feel it draws on the foundational works of Isaac Asimov and Clarke. Many side quests in Starfield feature the kind of science fiction I like: philosophical, thoughtful, and full of wonder. Starfield is bright, clean, optimistic, and a little campy. I also think a lot of players bounced off the game because of that tone. Many prefer hyperviolence and titillation as seen in games like Cyberpunk and the Fallout series. Starfield is just not that, it's different. I think the developers were inspired by Gene Roddenberry's vision for humanity, a future where humanity finds strength in diversity, prioritizes self-betterment over material wealth, and explores the universe with curiosity and respect for different life forms. For me, the game is intentionally distinct, oozes soul, and definitely resonates. So, I was very excited when Bethesda announced the massive Free Lanes update alongside the brand new Terran Armada story DLC. This is easily Starfield's biggest content wave since release. Here are my favorite features. Cruise mode for intra-system travel. I always felt Starfield had an amazing shipbuilding feature, but it did not feature actual ship flight. You can now manually fly your ship across space, engage cruise mode for chill exploration, and actually feel like you're traversing the settled systems. This is a huge win for immersion. You can walk around the ship in cruise mode and chat with your companions or do some research or crafting. That is fantastic. Next, we have random encounters in cruise mode. Get hailed by allies or get SOS calls from unknown settlements, find a spaceship stuck in the middle of nowhere, let your science officer make some long distance scans to find interesting anomalies that may change your plans. All of this brings back memories from Star Trek. I hope these encounters are interesting with lots of environment storytelling. Emil Pagliarulo said they looked at a wide breadth of science fiction on what you can do with these random encounters. That does sound exciting, and I feel this will make intra-system travel more unpredictable and interesting. But at the same time, we don't want encounters every time we travel between a planet and a moon. Then it will become a theme park experience. The balance is key. This Reddit poster adds an interesting point. They say, I feel like this cruise mode undermines any sense of scale of the vastness of space. I feel like Bethesda turned its back on the internal consistency of its own lore to cater to people who wanted a different game. That is an interesting perspective. Is Starfield an RPG or a space sim? Or is it a weird hybrid game? As Bethesda keeps adding more and more simulation systems, do you feel Starfield is moving away from its RPG roots? Do share your perspectives in the comments. Next, we have a ship optimization terminal which can be added and dropped into your ship. From this terminal, you can upgrade different ship systems like the shield strength optimization, thruster fuel optimization, targeting computer optimization, engine systems, and more. I see this new ship optimization terminal as a perk system for your ships. So apart from your skills for ships, you also have these perks for extra player expression and specialization for ships. The spaceship is an extension of your character after all, and I love this new perk system. The focus on player expression and character specialization is exactly what RPGs are meant to be, making the system a really cool inclusion by Bethesda. Next, we have the Fallout bobblehead type action figures. These colony war action hero figurines are so cute. So there are 27 colony war action hero collectibles for you to track down, and each one gives a stat buff. Adding bonuses to skills is a great idea. Finding a Fallout bobblehead made it feel like Christmas morning every time, and this should give us the same feeling. Next, we have the resource database and the outpost manager UI. In this exciting new UI addition, information about locations you visited, recipes you've gathered, resources and ingredients you've researched are listed in one convenient place. You can even use this database to favorite the planets you frequently visit. This feature is pure gold and should have been included from the start. I'm such a nerd, this is my favorite feature. Next we have Anchor Point, a new space station settlement and a quest hub. I always felt Starfield had very few handcrafted cities, towns and settlements, so a space station filled with interesting characters is always welcome. I hope the quests we get here in Anchor Point will get us to actually fly our ships and get us to explore the system using the new cruise feature. I also hope these quests have great quest design with choices and branching paths. But knowing Bethesda, we may get 1 or 2 awesome quests and the remaining will be simplistic fetcher quests. Let's see. Next is the DLC and the Terran Armada people. Bethesda says the Terran Armada is made up of members of the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective who vanished during the Colony War. The Terrans are apparently an advanced military force largely comprised of robotic soldiers. They believe they are the true children of Earth. So from what I can tell, the Terran Armada is a military nation state like Mars in the Expanse TV series and novels. The Terran people may have invested heavily in science, artificial intelligence, robotics, as well as the design and manufacture of advanced spaceships. Bethesda mentions this in their release notes. The Terrans are the bad guys, so stealing from them is totally justifiable. So it looks like they are defined as the enemy because they commit atrocious acts within the settled systems. I don't think they are joinable and we will get one-shot campaign questline. Since they are defined as the bad guys, I do worry about role-playing. I hope we will not see another linear questline and have some actual choices and branching paths in the quest design. But the appearance of this new faction has added a lot of intrigue for me. Who are these people? What are their motivations? Why robots? Will we learn some backstory of these people who represent a new power in the settled systems? That's fascinating for me. There you have it. These were my observations on Starfield's new features from the perspective of an Elder Scrolls junkie. As an Elder Scrolls fan, do you enjoy the science fiction of Starfield? Do share thoughts in the comments. May the Great Serpent watch and guide you.